Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, magnificent beings that you are. I just want to pop in here. We've got a lot to share with you today in this Facebook Live training, but I also want to take a minute just to give a really warm welcome to all of the new members who've been joining us here and magnificent new joiners. I want you to know that you are in the company of some really amazing beings, and like attracts like when it comes to this group. So I'm just thrilled to have you all here with me. I am Eva Gregory. I am the founder of Leading Edge Coaching and Training. I help spiritual entrepreneurs integrate inner guidance with the proven practical strategies for growing a list of loyal followers who become raving fans so that they quickly and consistently attract more of their divine clients without compromising your spirit and values. Hello. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Jackie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Let me just, I'm hearing noises. I've got about 3 monitors going here. So let me just see. Sorry, I just want to see what happens over. I don't want to hear myself coming and going over here on the other monitor. So, oh, I think we're good. We're good. Yay. This is a wonderful thing, technology, when it works. So yeah, what was I saying? So welcome. That's what I was saying. And also, just for all of you to remember that the Lucrative List Building Jumpstart kicks off right here in this Facebook group on Monday, December 16th. However, you've got to be signed up if you want to get the daily emails, you want to get the daily worksheets that accompany the Jumpstart. So if for any reason you are not signed up for the Jumpstart, make sure that you register at lucrativelistbuilding.com. It's the URL you see in the header at the top of the page, lucrativelistbuilding.com. Most of you, I think, especially the new members, you're already set. But if you're not sure, highly recommend that you sign up so you don't miss a thing. Now, what I want to do is I want to get you in the right mindset before we kick off next week. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look at the critical missing piece of most businesses and how to shift your mindset around some of the most common limiting beliefs that I see coaches, healers, spiritual entrepreneurs hold. And then on Saturday, we'll be back in here again to dive into some money mindset, to create some money mindset breakthroughs. So on Monday, you guys are going to be in a great place to dive into the Lucrative List Building Jumpstart and have the energy and the vibration that with everything you do over this next week, success is your only option. You are going to hear me say that ad nauseum. Success is your only option. That is your mindset. Success is your only option. Your question is, what if success is your only option? What would you be thinking? What would you be doing? Who would you be talking to? So just know you're going to hear me bring that. I want that to be your mantra, actually. Success is your only, success is my only option. What if success is my only option? Then what, right? So that is yours, and success is your option. If you're willing to shift your perspective and get into action. Hello, Linda Welsh. It's so good to see you here. You guys, as you're coming on, if you can just put some hearts or some likes, let me know. Sometimes I see you and sometimes I don't. And by the way, if I'm looking down here, it just means that this is where all of your comments and things are happening. So that's why I'm looking there instead of looking at you here. Anyway, success is your only option. This is what I want to drill into your brains. And I want you to have that when you go into any questioning yourself, doubt, fear, anxiety, just bring it back to, wait a minute, but what if success is my only option? That's all. That is your homework right there, right there. What if success is your only option? All right. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you have all the dates for the live trainings in your calendar for next week. I've made this pretty easy because it's always going to be 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here in this group for your Facebook Lives. We'll start this on Monday. Of course, we have today's live. We'll have the Money Mindset Breakthrough live training on Saturday at 12 noon, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, I'll be right here, 12 noon, 3 p.m. Eastern, for the live trainings that will be getting you really entrenched in your list building, right? And I also want to remind you of the Share the Love contest that's going on right now. You have an opportunity to qualify for a $100 Amazon gift card by referring other coaches or spiritual entrepreneurs or change agents that you think would benefit from being in this community. So anyone who joins between now and midnight Friday, December 13th, you'll get entered to win. And then on Saturday, I will announce the winner. Now, if you have people that you are thinking of that could benefit, you can either shoot them an email or private message them with the link to this group. It's really that simple. And if you look under the announcement section in the column to the left of this group, you will see a post in there that's called Share the Love Ambassador Program. That's going to give you all the details about how to play in this game. And also there's a blurb in there that you can just take and copy and paste or edit, change, rearrange, whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you. And to really look at, making it easy for you and making it easy for them who are interested in joining to join. Now, the one thing I will say, all of this is also in the details there, but please private message me with the names of the people who you're referring. So that I know who to give credit to for this, right? Just know that there'll be no contact with these people whatsoever. And none of your referrals will hear from me unless they request to join the group, all right? And then obviously I will invite them into the group, okay? So that's how that works. And it's still going till midnight tomorrow, Friday, right? Midnight tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I will be sharing the winner with you guys. Also, I would like to introduce two of my team members, Jackie and Jessica Denowit. Jackie and Jessica are the dynamic duo. Yes, they are sisters. How can you tell? Right? They're your dynamic duo. They are your North Star. If you have any questions about anything, if you need help with anything here in the Facebook community, or if you need help during the Lucrative List Building Jumpstart next week, they are your concierge, right? They're here to help you find the videos or the replays or help you apply the information I'm going to be sharing with you next week to your business specifically. They'll answer any questions you may have, okay? So Jackie, I know you are here. Jackie is on right now. So Jackie, welcome as being the great part of the dynamic duo. I think you're my head North Star, and then Jessica is right there with you. Hey, Eva Karen, it's good to see you. So yeah, Jackie and Jessica, be looking for them if you have questions about anything, and they are here to support you fully. Okay, are you ready to unlock the greatest resource to attracting your divine clients? Are you ready to reach more people in a way that's aligned with your spirit and values? If so, let me know, Kokomo, because today I want to show you how you can make the ultimate shift from struggling to make money and feeling uncertain about what you should be doing to knowing without a shadow of a doubt the right choice to make, the best action to take, and the ideal approach to any problem in your business. And you're going to learn to do this by trusting the one thing that's going to determine your level of success, the number of clients you attract, the impact you have, and the amount of money you'll make. So if you can just imagine what it would feel like if you always knew the right choice to make and the best action to take. Imagine if you had your own unique way of calling in your divine clients, because you do. And over our time together right now, I'm going to be sharing with you about this amazing invisible energy that permeates everything. Yay, Eva Karen, I'm in. Yes, you are. Awesome. Yeah, so over the period, it's probably be here about, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know, depends on how long I talk, right? But just want you to I really want you to get this to the core of your being. Like, let's just get it all out now so that you are ready to jumpstart come Monday. In fact, you can jumpstart once you get through this training today in really trusting this very thing that determines who you are at the core of your being. It dictates your health and well-being, certainly your level of success. And it is to align with your spirit and values in everything that you're doing for attracting your divine clients. And in order for you to ensure that you experience a high level of success in your business and your life, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, it's really going to be critical for you to understand just what this is. Now, let me get some water here. What I'm sharing with you here is a tried and true means of opening yourself up to receiving more success and satisfaction, not only in your life, not only in your business, but also in your life. Everything that I teach at this level is all definitely it's about your business, but it also can be applied to every area of your life. So by the end of our time together, you're going to know exactly what that critical missing piece is and how it's going to transform the way you do business forever if you let it. And I hope you do. So if you're not getting the results that you think you should be getting in your business, I want to share with you right here how to shift that. Your purpose, your passions, your gifts, your preferences, these are all unique to you. And so wouldn't it make sense that if that's unique, then your path to success needs to be as unique as you do? Because it is. And as spiritual entrepreneurs, like so many of the people I've worked with, coaches, healers, holistic practitioners, it's probably very clear to you that there is no such thing as one size fits all that works for you. Don't you feel like you're the one odd person out? I know I have felt that way for a long time. Cookie cutter, one size fits all approach does not work for you. Oh my God, magnificent beings, you're unique. You're not a cookie, okay? Cookie cutter does not work. And so it's amazing to me when I'm speaking to folks like you, you're providing all this incredible value for your clients. And yet the majority of those that I talk to are still struggling to make ends meet. And I want to end that now, if we can. The challenge isn't getting others to see how valuable your services really are. And believe me, the folks that I have had the privilege of working with and speaking with give incredible value. And they're changing lives. And you probably are too. And it's not about building your products or your services or choosing your niche. Now, all of these things are definitely elements of a successful business, to be sure. And that thing is if you tried implementing all this great advice from business building experts, including me, and if you find that when you're doing it, it's not working for you, but yet you're seeing it work for other people, and then you wonder what's wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with you. That's my big message here. You are unique, and not everything works for everyone, which is why even when I'm teaching the practical strategies for growing a business, that it still includes how you do it for you uniquely and what pieces for you to know to take. And when you are applying this critical missing piece in most people's businesses, you're going to know what that is for you, because that missing piece is your inner guidance. And that's the one thing I really, really want you to understand. Your inner guidance will make the difference in how successful you'll be, the clients you attract, the impact you'll have, and of course, as a result, the money you'll make. And the best part of integrating this into your business is it allows you to do your work and share your work and market yourself in a way that is aligned with your spirit and values and allows you to make phenomenal money as a result. Your ability to create a successful, enlightened business consists of three things: doing what you love, making a positive impact in the world, isn't that what we're all here to do? And integrating inner guidance with the proven practical strategies to create a successful business. And that's why I get frustrated when I hear people say that spirituality and business don't mix. What? I could not disagree more. Not only are spirituality and business mixing, they blend and they merge to create more joy in your business, more flow, more success, more fun, and you make a bigger impact as a result. Your relationship with your inner guidance is critical to creating business success. Now, the practical business knowledge has its place for sure, but it's necessary that you have a balance. And that starts with the core premise that this is a core premise you probably have not heard in most of the formulas of most business experts. And that is, you ready for this? Making money is a spiritual practice. The truth is, when you use enlightened business practices aligned with your spirit, coming from your soul, making money is a spiritual practice. That is a writer downer, by the way. Making money is a spiritual practice. Because the truth is, when you are coming from a place of inner guidance, your inner guidance is prosperous, it's abundance. There is no lack, there's no scarcity. And so keep in mind that making money is a spiritual practice as we move along here, okay? So if that's true, and it is, then I want to address the issue that I see with so many coaches and spiritual entrepreneurs, which is you're undervaluing your services or you're undercharging when you are focused on charging for your time, okay? Charging for your time, undercharging, and this is what I mean by charging for your time, is when you're undercharging for your services or you're undervaluing your own services. That is not a spiritual practice. That is not a spiritual practice. And this is important. Your value to your divine client is not measured in the time you put in. Your value to your client is measured in the results, outcome, and transformation your client experiences as a result of working with you. Got that? So your value to your client is measured in the results, outcome, and transformation that they experience as a result of working with you. Really want you to get that. That's a writer downer too. Results and transformation. That's the thing you want to be thinking of. And if you are charging based on time that you're like on the phone or you're in a session with your divine client rather than charging for the transformation, you are in a trading time for dollars mindset. So what is the value that you provide? Because it's way more than the time that you're on the phone with your clients. And I'd love to hear from some of you what that is, whether you're listening to me live right now or you catching this in the replay. I come back and I'll read the comments, even if those of you can't be here with me now and you're catching it on the replay, and I respond to you. So I'm here. I am here for you and I'm listening to you. So what is the value you provide? Is it around health or relationship or career? It could just be helping them to feel better than they felt before. You know, I made multiple six figures teaching people how to use law of attraction in their lives. That you couldn't be more intangible than that, right? And yet that was enough. So think about what you're doing, but what are the results that your clients are getting? Whatever it is you do, you're helping them solve important issues that to them, without solving it, it's costing them time or money or health or happiness, peace, confidence, self-esteem, so many things. And what do you think they would say it was worth for you to help them solve that or to shift that or to transform something that's going on in their lives? Priceless. Many of them would say it's priceless. And so charging based on time for dollars sends the message that your service is just a commodity, not a transformational life experience. You get that? I want you to shift your mindset around this if that's how you've been thinking about it. Your divine clients will want to reward you for the value that you provide. They see the value. They're happy to have you helping them. That's what you've got to understand. Your divine client, you know, Just years ago, as an example, I had a client of mine who invested $15,000 with me. We worked two half-hour sessions a month together. And then sometime later, after we had finished working together, I get this $3,000 check with a thank you card. She was thanking me for the value she received because of what she did. I didn't do it. She did it. She did it. But that was the value that she saw. You guys getting this? Oh man, do I hope so. I want you to start standing in this place with your own work. Imagine tripling your income or increasing your business by 200% or attracting 30 clients a month if that's what you want in your business. These are the kinds of things that some of my Enlightened Business Success clients have done. But it happened when they understood the power of inner guidance and shifting that mindset. Making money is a spiritual practice when you're coming from that place of abundance and seeing your own value. Because when you see it, they'll see it too. This making sense? Oh man, I hope so. I hope so. Now, I also realize that there are a lot of marketing formulas out there to get more clients that are based on manipulation and scarcity and lack. And yes, they may work for some people, but I'm telling you, they give marketing a bad name. They do. I happen to love marketing. And it has us thinking of marketing as a necessary evil, when in fact, if you're following your spirit, you're following inner guidance in your marketing, then think of it this way. It becomes a divine invitation from you, and it's a divine opportunity for those who are looking for what you do and how you can help them. Do you get that? So it's a divine invitation from you and a divine opportunity for those who are looking for what you have to offer. One of the biggest differences between spiritual entrepreneurs who succeed and those who don't is that belief that marketing is sleazy or manipulative. So if you have that feeling about marketing, I want to put it to rest right now. Let's just see if we can eradicate this belief in you, because that having that belief when you're in business, you know, you gotta market your business, right? And if that's the energy you have, it's going to create struggle for you. And you aren't here to struggle. You aren't called to do the business that you're being called to do. If you weren't meant to share it, be loud and proud and share it, but do it in a way that feels good and is aligned. And so you've got to look at marketing from a different space. So let's look at exactly what marketing is. Marketing is simply sharing your message in a way that attracts those who are interested in what you have to offer. That's it. You're sharing your message in a way that attracts those who are interested in what you have to offer. So, let me get some water. So let's say I'm going to be offering you a coupon, and it's going to be for 3 months of mentoring with me. It's going to have a major impact on your business. And during those sessions, we're going to look at your overall business. We'll look at where you currently are. Then we'll look at what it's going to take to get it to where you want it to be. You name your number, whatever that is. You know, 6 figures or 7 figures seems to be the magic number, for not always for everybody. Once again, it's not necessarily a cookie cutter approach, right? But we'll look at what it is and where you want to be. And then together, we'll create a crystal clear vision for your success. We're going to uncover some limiting beliefs. We're going to get those up and out, because any of those things that are sabotaging you, we want to get up and out, nip them in the bud, and then have you leave inspired to turn your business into a highly successful, enlightened business, doing what you love and making big money while making a difference. Now, interested in that? What did I just do? Anybody? What I just did is I shared information about my coupon to see who might be interested in my offer. That's it. So if you look at it like this, I simply offered my appetizer. This is the way I like to think about the energy of this, okay? Think about it. I just offered an appetizer to as many folks at my party as I could reach right now. And I invited them to self-select themselves if they're interested in my appetizer. Some of you might have been interested in my appetizer. Some of you may not. And that's okay. Because all I want to know is who is interested in my appetizer. That's it. And then you get to self-select one way or the other to let me know. That is all marketing is. You're sharing your appetizer to see who's interested. You're just passing your appetizer tray around. And when I describe my appetizer to you, I was talking about things like why you might want it, how it would benefit you. And it's going to be the same for you. You're going to pass your appetizer tray around and you're going to talk about the things that would benefit those that it is a match for, right? And some people will self-select, yes, some will not. Some might not for now, but some will later. And then there'll be new folks who enter the room or on your list, and you'll pass your appetizer tray around again. So in this case, there is no sleazy manipulation. And when you hold marketing in that same energy as you do as passing an appetizer tray around, then you'll notice there's no resistance. And your divine clients can feel that from you. And everyone you reach out to when you come from this place of wanting to serve, even if it's your appetizer, when you're coming from this place, everyone you reach out to feels respected. They feel appreciated, whether they self-select or not. So what we're doing here is we're simply communicating from soul to soul, not from some sleazy, manipulative marketing formula that goes against your spirit and values. And soul is the part of us that comes from higher purpose. It comes from authenticity. It comes from our offering meaningful contribution. No pressure, no manipulation, a whole lot of love. So I hope you can see how easy it is for us to buy into the limiting beliefs that keeps us in that resistant energy, that keeps us from calling in our divine clients, keeps us from attracting our divine clients. So before I get started or go any further, I'm just realizing, oh my goodness, see, all these people, I can't talk to the camera and then talk to you over here too. So let me just check out what's going on. Hey, Tiana. Hi, Vaughn, Mary Angela, Lauren, Kay, who else is here? Starling, Wanda, Hester, Ursula. Oh my goodness. Goodness me. Yummy marketing. Ha ha, I love it. That's great, Tiana. Yeah, I have to keep checking over here because I haven't gotten used to this yet. That's what's going on. All right, where were we before I digress? Great to have you guys here. So happy that you're here. So let's look at some other typical lies that we tend to buy into as coaches and spiritual entrepreneurs. And these would be things like, oh man, I want to hear from some of you on this. Things like it's hard to make money, or I can't charge for the value that I offer and get it. Or this is my favorite. To be successful, you can't be spiritual and be wealthy. Oh my goodness, really? Or to be successful, I have to do things that go against my spirit and values. That is one, because a lot of people do believe that they have to do marketing and sales in a way that, to them, if you've got that mentality going that it's sleazy and manipulative, it's going to hold you back every time. That's why we're nipping it in the bud now, right? So if any of yours that you have like that, your limiting beliefs or the ones you've grown up with, I mean, all of these we've usually grown up with. That's how we get them, right? Let me know in the comments below. But when you hear things like this, like it's so hard to make money, or I can't charge the value that I offer and actually get it, notice how you feel when you hear these. Do you feel heavy and contracted, or do you feel light and expansive? Now, I'm guessing you feel heavy or contracted. And when you think a thought or you hold a belief that does not feel good to you, I'll let you in on a little secret here. So good, so good. It's because it's not your truth. Your inner guidance knows better, and you're going against the truth of what your inner guidance knows for you and about you. That's why it doesn't feel good, right? It means you're focused on a belief or a thought that's not aligned with your inner guidance. That's why it doesn't feel good. So this is good news. That means, yay, it's not my truth, right? And, you know, the reason we have it is because we've been taught it growing up, or we've had an experience. And then in having that experience, we said, this is the way it is, even though it's not what I like, right? So let's look at how this affects you, especially when you are making decisions. Have you ever had that gnawing feeling in your belly and then you ignored it around a decision you made? And then later you really wish that you had followed that first hunch? A lot of times we'll have that immediate inner guidance and then we'll override it with our logic. And then we think, I wish I had paid attention to that. And maybe it's because you are following somebody else's advice that doesn't really ring true for you or doesn't resonate. And then you overrode your inner guidance. You didn't listen or feel into your inner guidance, and you went with that person's advice. In any given day, we are all making multiple decisions that make a huge impact on the success that we are either creating or not creating in our lives. And so you've got to look at how do you develop the ability to make all of these decisions and know that you're making the right choice. You have got to be tapping into your inner guidance. This is how you know it will feel good to you. If it doesn't feel good, it's something to pay attention to. It may be that it's just a belief that needs to be shifted, but that's enough. If it's got your attention, you need to stop and pay attention to it. And then ask yourself, what is it I want? What's the truth? If I could wave my magic wand, another great phrase, right? How would I want this to be? And then how do you know when to listen to the practical advice, business strategies, step-by-step formulas and methods and processes, all of which are very good out there. But how do you know when it's that or when to listen to guidance? Because sometimes the practical stuff is going to work for you. It will, but you've got to make sure that the things that you're doing are aligned with you, not with somebody else. What I have found is that it's impossible to separate the two and succeed. So you've got this powerful GPS within you. I call it your inner GPS. It's your guidance powered by spirit. Extremely powerful for guiding you to the success that you want to create in your business based on your dreams, your spirit, your values. This is something that comes from before and beyond the material world or physical reality. It's from outside our perception of time and space. And it's a real-time guidance system. It's beyond our conscious awareness of thought, but it is guiding us every second of every day, whether you realize it or not. And what's so great about it is unrelated to your background, your culture, your education, your age, your intellect, your experience. Has nothing to do with all of that, which is so good. We all have access to this infinite intelligence, and no one has more than anyone else. No one. So whoever you think of as the most enlightened people, they don't have more access to universal wisdom than you do. Not Albert Einstein, not Stephen Hawking, not Gandhi, not Buddha. But you've got to learn how to quiet your mind and then get your own thoughts quiet. Don't have to get rid of them completely. I know that's always our ultimate goal, but you don't even have to get there. But just get quiet in order to start to open up to your inner guidance. And when you're in that state, you are literally the natural channel through which your inner guidance flows. And it happens when you are in present moment. And this is something that I really want to leave with you here today as the starting point for starting to shift some of the limiting beliefs, especially if there are things that you have been told and you've just accepted them as truth and they haven't felt good to you. It's time to bring yourself back to your inner guidance. And I just want you to know this is the most exciting thing ever to know when you start to tap into it, because now you can always know you've got your true north. For in anything, I know we're talking business, but in life, and certainly in business, if you've ever noticed when you finally stop racking your brain on how to solve an issue maybe that's going on in your business, and then you just let it go, and then the answer appears, that's your guidance showing up. And it starts to show up when you let go. We got to get out of that mental. Our brain, this is not where we're supposed to make our decisions. We're not. We're making our decisions from our heart, from our inner guidance. And so many times we'll let logic override our guidance. But that when it appears like that, it's because you let go and you were open. You're literally the channel through which your inner guidance comes through. It's your inner guidance showing up when you stop trying so hard. There's no trying and efforting with guidance. It's the same when you're out for a walk or you're taking a shower, or you get a streak of insight about what to do in those kinds. Sometimes when you're driving, if you're just on a really long, you're not in the middle of rush hour traffic, that's your guidance, right? So it's not uncommon for your guidance to show up when you're doing something else, especially when you're in a relaxed state or you're just letting your mind wander. That's why you don't have to have no thought. This is the good news. You just need to get quiet. Just slow down. And this is also why sometimes it shows up in the middle of the night when you wake up unexpectedly, because you have no resistance at those moments, right? I remember years ago when my other half, Robin, and I ran a software company, and for, oh my God, 5 long years, we struggled, and we hired business consultants, and we were following the so-called proven formulas for turning a business around, and we were doing all the supposedly right things, not working. We were laying off staff. We weren't paying ourselves so we could pay the crew that we did have left. The morale was non-existent. Creditors were after us personally. Creditors were after us in our business. Our stress level was absolutely through the roof. And it was one of those times. It was like one night, 3 in the morning, and I woke up, had no resistance at the moment. Sometimes I would get up at 3 in the morning and I'd be in high anxiety. Everything's worse at 3 in the morning when you're in those panicky places. But this morning, I woke up and I got quiet, and I received guidance. And it was to stop all the action that we had been taking and focus on shifting the energy in the company, starting with me. And when you think about that as guidance, you've got a company, you need to be doing something. You need to be getting sales in the door. You need to be we needed to be into action, but never ever get into action until you are aligned. And so it felt counterintuitive, although it actually was intuitive. It was counter-logical is what it was, because the brain wants to override. What do you mean just go in and talk to them about energy and shift the energy? We need to be getting sales. We need to be bringing money in the door. No, this is why we override things like that. But I listened, and I trusted. And I took a process into the company, which we played. I called it our prosperity account. And overall, the company energy did shift. And within 9 months of shifting energy first before getting into action, we were approached to sell that company lock, stock, and barrel, and literally went living from no paycheck to no paycheck many times, since Robin and I weren't always collecting one for ourselves, just successfully selling that business for a very hefty sum of money. And when that company legally changed hands, we were in the British Virgin Islands on a 42-foot catamaran, island hopping with friends. That is the power of inner guidance. Now, this is the power of success for your business to have it happen in a joyful way and in an easy way and a fun way. Will you still be in action? Absolutely you will. You may be in a lot of action, especially if you're just getting started. We got to get that rocket off the ground, right? But it'll be exciting and it'll be worth the effort and you will want to do it. So I hope this is making sense. Let me just double check over here. Oh, thank you, Tiana. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, welcome. Hello. So many more coming in. Kimberly, Zohar, Annette, Larissa, Rebecca, Larissa. I think it's Larissa. You have to let me know. Make sure I'm saying your name right. And Rebecca, Bridget. Any case, great to have you guys here. So good to see you. I hope that what I'm saying, I'm talking to you over here. I hope that what I'm saying is making sense. It's so important to get this. This is why everything I do, the foundation of everything I do starts here. It starts with understanding the power of inner guidance. Then when you integrate that with your practical business strategies, oh my gosh, that's when things will soar for you. Now, you may not be able to access your inner guidance as easily as you'd like to right now, maybe not on demand, but I do promise you with practice and over time, you can refine your ability to connect in that way. You will get there. And of course, you'll still experience ups and downs in your life and in your business. This is all part of the human experience, right? We all have experiences of suffering or losses or some kind of hardship. And if anyone ever tells you that once you learn how to access your inner guidance and understand law of attraction, those two things, by the way, are so integrated. You have no idea how close those two really are. However, if somebody tells you that once you've done that your life is going to be nirvana forevermore, I say, run, Bambi, run, because it's not true. It isn't. I wish I could say it is. However, the quality of your life will be so much better. You'll be able to run your business aligned with your spirit and values. When you have the issues come up, you'll know how to navigate them in ways that you don't know now. That fear and that anxiety that comes up, then it may still be get my nose to the grindstone, figure out what I need to do now. However, it's so different. There's one thing I have to say, and I have my ups and downs too, all the time. I'm just saying, if anybody says they don't believe it. Do not believe that. And even through that, there's this core knowing within me. And I just thank you, God, thank you, universe, that I don't have that fear, that awful fear that I used to have, because I know how to navigate this now. It's what I want for all of you as well. You'll receive more clarity on your business decisions. You may be needing solutions, but you will find those solutions, and they'll be great solutions, and you'll find them more easily. You'll be inspired to the programs and the products and the services to offer in your business. I was inspired to launch a whole group coaching program, even though I never ran by myself. I'd never run a group coaching program. We had done some short group coaching programs together. Gina Gabellini, BFF, and I did for many, many years together. I'd never done one on my own in my own business. And I got inspired to launch my own group coaching program. It was going to be an entire year-long program, laid it out in one afternoon. That program resulted in over $200,000 of revenue for me that year from that one program alone. But that doesn't come until you get over the anxiety and the fear and the limiting beliefs like sales and marketing is sleazy and manipulative. No, let's look at how to make it something other than that, right? Oh, I'm getting excited now. Get off my soapbox. Anyway, you will know how to look for your answers within instead of looking for the answers outside of yourself or taking what someone else says and running with it, whether it resonates with you or not. Always check in with whether it resonates. You're going to receive new, fresh perspectives you've not seen before. You're going to have greater self-confidence. You'll get more peace of mind. Oh my gosh, so many benefits of being willing to just make this a top priority is tapping into your inner guidance and integrating your inner guidance into your business. Boy, when you do that, you will be extremely attractive to your ideal clients. It's when you're out of integrity that you struggle because you're not in alignment with your true self. You have less self-doubt when you begin to realize that you really are your own best authority when you start tapping into your inner guidance. And it doesn't matter what other people say. Your inner guidance is always leading you to what's in your best interest, not in someone else's best interest. Now, it doesn't mean you don't look to others for advice or counsel. I still do. I have my own mentors. You won't start living in a vacuum. We weren't meant to be here living in a vacuum. It does mean you will know who is right for you and who isn't. You'll know, and your decisions are going to feel solid. They're going to feel good. So you're not going to be wishy-washy or wondering, did I make a mistake? You're going to know this is the right thing for me, right? Life is just a lot easier when you've got access to your inner guidance. All right. So let's move on to a hidden place where your decisions may be threatening the success of your business. So I want you to see them for the lies that they are. And one of the most important distinctions to understand about beliefs you hold is that your beliefs are decisions. Your beliefs are decisions. We've just been making decisions based on lies rather than the truth. That's all. So for example, I've decided I might fail if I go out on my own in business. And so maybe I should stay in the safety and security of a job, even though there is no such thing as job security either. I could get laid off. Or I've decided that I must not have the ability to create a 6 or 7 figure business because every time I get to a certain level, I seem to plateau. Or I decide I just don't have what it takes, apparently. Even if my core desire is pulling me toward this thing, pay attention to this for you. If you have this desire to be in your own business and desire to do what you're doing and you're struggling, it doesn't mean you're not supposed to be in this business. Please don't make that mistake. It's just a decision you've made based on where you are right now. These are decisions we are unconsciously making. And they are lies. They are lies. So how do we blast through this elusive brick walls of lies and limiting beliefs? You ready for this? You gotta make a new decision. You need to make a new decision. So once you become conscious of the old decisions that you've been making based on limiting beliefs in your head, which are lies, then you can consciously, intentionally, and deliberately make a new decision about what is true. So if you think about it, you may have randomly come to the conclusion that it's true that money's hard to come by or it's hard to make. And that may have been your experience growing up. It certainly was mine. Or because you overheard your parents in an overheated argument about money or can't pay the bills, then you made a decision at that moment. They happen, most of them happen when we were really, really young. And then you randomly decide that it's true, you can't trust people because someone let you down. Or you randomly decide that it's true you're not good enough because some school kids made fun of you. So if money's hard to come by, why would your divine clients want to invest their hard-earned money with you? So if you think about it, right? If you can't trust people, then why would your divine clients trust you? Or if you're not good enough, then why in the world would your divine clients want to work with you? Can you see how crazy this is? It's crazy. These are examples of the kind of random conclusions that you come to that you deem are true that happened early on in your life. These decisions you made before you were fully formed. We all did. And now that we've acknowledged these lies that you've deemed to be true, you can now simply make a new decision. So then the question is, what decision do I make now? You make a decision that is congruent with what you want. You make a decision that becomes the truth you choose to embrace. You make a decision that you're able to get your business to whatever level you want it to be because you've gotten it to the level it is, regardless of where that is. You've got it to that level, even if it's brand new. All right. You make a decision that you've been paid by clients in the past who saw the value of what you offer. So you know there's plenty more where those came from who are eager to pay you for what you offer as well. How does it feel? Always bring it back to how it feels. Emotional guidance is your basic, most fundamental inner guidance. Always checking in. How does it feel to think about that? You make a decision that even if it's the first time you've ever done anything, if you've ever done something, you can do it. Everything, you ready for this? Everything without exception that you've ever done in your life had to have had a first time that you'd ever done it. Hello? Everything. So why are you now making decisions that you can't do certain things? Because you've not done it before. It's never happened. And yeah, I get it. Sometimes you've tried and tried and tried and it hasn't happened up to this point. That is because we need to shift your mindset. And we've got to focus you forward. Do you know your inner guidance is always looking forward? It never looks back. It never looks back. And that's where we want to be, focusing forward. Begin again. Every moment is a fresh new beginning. Does that make sense? So you may not know how you're going to do something or how you'll attract a flood of your ideal clients and your divine clients, but you know you can. I don't know how, I just know that I can. I know that feels good when I think about it. That's what you need. This is where your inner guidance come in. Let your inner guidance guide you. If you're trying to figure out the how, you're actually putting the cart before the horse. And yet that's the way most people operate. So be willing to stand in your new decision without knowing the how. That's the key here. And this is the great news, people. You don't have to know the how. You don't really have to know when, but when you give yourself full permission to make a decision without knowing the how, there's a brain change that takes place because your brain doesn't know the difference. It didn't know the difference back when you made the outside decision that making money is hard to come by. It didn't make when you don't know where it's going to take to be successful. You made that decision. So brain doesn't know. And it's no different when you make a decision to have things the way you want them. That desire within you for what you want comes from the core of who you are. It is your higher self. That's your guidance. It's our head gremlins that get in the way, right? And so if you were to close your eyes and just make the decision that although you may not know how, you don't even know when maybe, but you are going to get your business to the level you want it. You will create a successful, enlightened business. You are going to create a business that lights up your soul. And when it does, it will light up the soul of your divine clients as well. Does that make sense? So what starts to happen automatically is you start to energetically align with that. And then you activate it in the non-physical realms of potentiality. And the brain starts to experience it as, oh, there's something happening here. And you literally start to build these new neural synaptic connections in your brain as if the experience is occurring. And then once you've changed the brain, then you get the how. Then the how comes to you. Either it comes in a book or it comes from a friend or you're looking for answers in some certain way, but they start to come. Because three things happen as a result of you deciding to accept a new truth. A truth, by the way, not a lie. The neural synaptic connections in your brain start to attract the thoughts, the ideas, the people, places, situations, circumstances, all those things that are going to give you the how. That's why most people struggle when they think they need the how first. That's actually backwards. You make the decision and then the how comes. That's why you have to believe it before you see it, not the other way around. Because when you make the decision, once you've made the decision and you allow yourself to just start imagining it, through the new neural synaptic changes in the brain, you will attract the ideas and thoughts that will become your action plan. It's neuroscience, quantum physics, and law of attraction at its best. Crazy, crazy good. The other thing that happens is your reticular activating system filters out 95% of our experience. It only shows us 5% that we focus on. It's like when you buy a car and then you start seeing the same car and the same color everywhere. That's your reticular activating system. It's not that everybody all of a sudden just bought the same car in the same color, but it feels that way, right? So when you make a decision and you say, I don't know how and I don't know when, but I am calling in a flood of my divine clients who are eager to work with me and pay me handsomely for the value that I offer. In that moment, it changes the perception of what you start to see in the world. Does that make sense? Oh, it's so good. This stuff is so good. And you literally start to see experiences and opportunities that are aligned with getting you to that next level. And then what you were filtering in before, and what you were filtering in before, by the way, were all the things that can't happen because it's not happening and I've tried it, and all those negative beliefs, right? That's what you were filtering in before. Now you're filtering in something completely different. And everything you were seeing back then was a reflection of your limiting beliefs, or up to now has been a reflection of your limiting beliefs. The unconscious decisions that you made in the past. Now you have an opportunity to make some conscious decisions, right? And so you make a new decision, you create the brain change, you start to attract the new thoughts and ideas and attract people into your experience who support your new decisions and your desires, who can help you get there, the opportunities that were always there, but you've been filtering them out. And then the third thing is you activate the power of synchronicities and serendipity. This is where inner guidance comes into play in a really strong way, because you'll be guided to the experiences that lead you to your desired outcomes. You'll attract the right resources, the right opportunities. It is a brilliant shortcut to success. This one. So if you want to cut out years of struggle and strife and you want to get to the success that you want quickly and easily, this is how you do it. You got to start with the inner guidance and start with making new decisions that are aligned with your inner guidance. And you know it because it feels good. So think about what it would be like on a day-to-day basis if the only voice in your head was reflecting back to you all the possibilities available for you, all the success that you could achieve. And then here you are in eager anticipation for this incredible future that you're creating. We're all creating our own futures. We are creators. We were meant to be creators, not observers. That's what we do. When we're struggling, we're observing what is. Remember, your inner guidance only looks forward. So we got to stop looking backwards and start looking forward. And the biggest and most costly mistake I see people make from time after time after time is that they are undervaluing and underestimating the power of doing this inner work and tapping into their inner guidance and getting really, really sensitive to their inner guidance. They think, that's a nice thing to do down the road sometime. It is critical. It is a critical key element of your success. And it is the critical missing key to most people's success. This is something you've got to do first and foremost. From the very beginning, critical. This is the first step in everything you ever do, because when you focus on the inner work and activating your inner guidance, it's always going to lead you to your truth and to the success that you're asking for. You don't have time not to do the inner work. Gandhi once said, oh God, let me see if I can remember it now. Something to the effect of, I have so much to do, or I have so much to accomplish today that I have to meditate 2 hours today instead of 1. That was the essence of the quote. So how do you know inner guidance is guiding you in the right direction? First of all, it's constantly on your mind. So pay attention to these things. Your guidance is always calling you to something that you're wanting. They're calling you forward, right? And it's pushing you to constantly think about the impact of a decision. It's difficult for you to get the thought out of your mind. Have you ever had that? Oh my God, I was thinking about this. Now I can't get it out of my mind. I keep thinking about this. There's a reason for that. That is not happenstance. So please stop underestimating the power of your inner guidance. So if something's constantly on your mind, you need to be paying attention to it. You know, there's something also to be said for when something happens in threes, pay attention to it. Pay attention. Another way, by the way, to know its guidance is if you feel sad or heavy when you go against your inner guidance, usually you'll feel relieved when you decide, okay, well, if I were to go the way I want to, how does that feel? And it'll feel like a weight just lifted off your shoulders. So if you feel heavy after a decision that you've made, it probably means that it's not the right decision for you. Now, it's also possible to feel sad after you make a tough decision if there happens to be some negative impact on others in the process. But even that sadness should go away quickly if you've made a decision that's truly right for you. Okay, does that make sense? You know, when I divorced my son's father, that was a big decision. And I knew it was the right thing. I also knew I didn't want to hurt people. And I actually hung in there for a little bit because of that. And I realized, you know, I have to be true to myself. And that's another thing. You've got to be true to yourself. Your guidance, as I said before, it's always looking out for you, not for the others around you. And that can be tricky when we care about the others around us. So other ways to know if you're being impacted by, if you're being insecure rather than trusting guidance is you're always looking for yet another opinion, yet another opinion. You have doubt, so you find yourself asking about your decision. You're not fully sold on it yourself, right? You're grabbing at straws. That's telling you that you're not really tapping into guidance, or that you haven't come to some resolution. That is not the time to make a decision. If you're getting all these different opinions and you're still wanting to get one more opinion. The other way that this works is, like I was just saying, when you start considering the feelings of others first, that can be a little tricky, so that you'll tend to overlook guidance when it's affecting somebody else. So then you feel insecure about making that decision. Pay attention to that too. Your values, your morals, they're all reflected in your inner guidance. So once you develop a system for decision making based on your values and your spirit and you're tapping into guidance, making important decisions is easy. And you'll realize that the most important opinion is your own when you're tapping into your inner guidance. So start by believing in yourself and taking steps based on what your inner guidance tells you, because we all have it. There are no exceptions to that. It applies to absolutely everyone. We all have guidance. Oh my goodness. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to three things. One is your mantra: success is my only option. What if success was my only option? Your guidance sees it that way. That's the first thing. The second thing is find 10 to 15 minutes a day just to get into quiet. You don't have to go into no thought, but just get into quiet. I envision myself on a hammock between two palm trees and hearing the water on the shore. Does that mean I'm not having thoughts? No, I'm still having thoughts, but I'm relaxing. That is going to help you open the channel to your guidance. And the third thing is to start watching for the synchronicities and the serendipities. That is always your guidance. Okay? So those are your three things I'm going to leave you with here today. So we get you really jump started when we get going on Monday with the list building jump start, lucrative list building jump start. Because when you combine the inner guidance with those practical business strategies we'll be talking about, then there's nowhere you cannot go. You're gonna discover that success is your only option. Oh my goodness, let me just check quickly over here. I gotta find a better way to see what's going on here. Hello, Paula, Patricia, Sharon, Vicky, Kelsey. Who else is coming in? Oh, hi, Diva, Megan, Patricia. Bessie, Catalina, Camille, Lorianne, Karen. So good to see you all. I got to set this up so I can see what's happening over here when I'll play with that later. However, thank you for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. If you came in late, the replay will be up. If you're not opted in for the Jumpstart that starts on Monday, make sure you do that. You can sign up at lucrativelistbuilding.com. It's the URL at the top of the page. We don't want you to miss a thing. We're going to have lots of fun, lots of opportunities to win prizes, and get you a jump start on building your list in a way that is aligned with your spirit and values. So making your mantra be success is your only option. That is it. Have a great, great rest of your day. Remember, if you know others who could benefit by being here in the community, we do have the Share the Love contest going on right now. Make sure that you just send them a link to here to the group, and then also private message me if you are referring them so that I make sure you get credit for that. All right, we will be right back here on Saturday to talk focus of money mindset breakthrough. It will be at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, just like it is here today. And more details will be coming over time for the Jumpstart that's happening on Monday. I'm going to be updating the header on this page, so we'll have all the dates and times and what the topics will be. And if you have any questions about anything, please put them in the comments, ask me, send me a private message. Let's talk. Big, big heart hugs, lots of love. Bye for now.